In the 2020 census, there will be a question about citizenship. Are you legal? Well, that question, that suggestion of a question, has been met with uproar, especially in California.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're a good sidekick. That's very good. Very good. Sound effects from Ash.
Anytime.
The Attorney General in California, he says the question is illegal. All rise, Judge Napolitano is here. Judge, I find this irresistible.
Irresistible to ask me?
No, I can ask you. It is illegal for our government to ask an illegal if she or he is illegal. That's nonsense.
It is very interesting the way you put it. So the only reason in the Constitution for the census is to apportion members of the House of Representatives.
Right.
So the only legal thing that the government can ask under the Constitution is how many people live here, not where did they come from or how did they get here or why are they here.
All right, Judge, would you just take that constitutional legalistic hat off for one brief shining
Well, how
moment?
could I possibly do that? We're dealing with the government.
What we want is the legitimacy of elections. California is going all out to let illegals vote.
We know that.
And there is no penalty if they do vote.
Well,
and now they're trying to stop the government finding out who's illegal.
It is against federal law for California to permit illegals to vote in federal elections. It is not against federal law for California, for whatever reason it wants to do it, to let them to vote in state elections.
That's exactly what they're going to do.
So what do you think I would say to the census taker who shows up at my door with 40 questions wanting me to ask about toilets and education and income?
You won't answer any of them. Maybe one. If there's one person in this house, goodbye.
Goodbye, exactly. Now, that is technically illegal. And because I took an oath to uphold the law, which is still binding on me, I cannot advise people to break the law. I have never heard of anybody being prosecuted for truthfully answering the number of people that live in the house and nothing more. But I have heard of people being prosecuted for falsely answering for whatever reason. For example, if an illegal were to claim that he or she was legal for fear that a truthful answer might result in deportation, that would be a federal crime. So if you do start to answer this thing, you have to answer it truthfully.
So don't answer it, is your answer.
Yes. Well,
you're telling California, oh, yeah, it's OK. You can cover it up. You don't have to. You're an illegal. You don't have to say anything.
Because the First Amendment, which says Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech, like they used to have in that place in London, that park where people used to be able to speak freely.
I thought, yes.
Also protects the right to remain silent.
OK. We differ entirely on this. And you did not make the case that it's illegal to ask that question on the census form.
It's not illegal to ask.
Thank you. Therefore, the California Attorney General is wrong.
Nor is it illegal to decline to answer.
Javier Becerra watches this program, I know.
He's up at this hour?
Yes, it's after 6 o'clock out there.
All right.
They're early risers. Now, next one. Cook County, Illinois, basically Chicago. They're suing Facebook, they're suing Cambridge Analytica after alleged misuse of millions of Illinois residents' personal information. OK, what do they want? Are they going for money?
Of course.
Thank you.
That's all the state attorneys general want. Just like when they sued Big Tobacco. Did the health of the nation increase when Big Tobacco transferred $150 billion to various state attorneys general? No. They just had more money to spend on their pet causes.
So that's what it's all about.
That's all that it's about. The only true reform will come when Zuckerberg gets his hands on the ability to protect our privacy, and that will require him to spend money, not to give money away, but him to spend money internally to prevent the Cambridge Analyticas of the future from doing this. By the way, if you calculate $40,000 per claim, 50 million claims, that's $2 trillion. The 40,000 is what Zuckerberg agreed to pay the Federal Trade Commission per claim.
And Zuckerberg would only have to give up about 5% of his wealth.
To come up with $2 trillion?
$2 trillion. I'm joking.
I know. That's a lot even for him.
And I don't do math at this time of day.
Right,
okay?
right.
You got it?
That's not that much for you, though, $2 trillion.
Silence on the set. Thank you, Judge.
Oh, I have a right to remain silent.
Yes, you have an obligation on occasion.